Hey everyone, Stephen, TheSalonGuy here, and today I've got a really cool hair cutting tutorial for you guys. This isn't based off of any specific celebrity, but it's probably one of the hottest trends in men's hair right now. Basically, it's buzz on the sides and the back, and a little bit, and it's actually disconnected right here on both sides, and you know, it's kind of spiked, almost like a modern disconnected faux hawk. A lot of guys are wearing it, a lot of celebrities are wearing it, so I'm ready to get started. Let's do it. Alright, so the key to this whole haircut basically is, you know, is where you're going to start this whole thing and where you're going to finish. So you want to make sure that when you're parting it, and it might be, you know, you want to use a clip, and you might want to do a little bit by hand as well, is you want to make sure that you're parting it right around where the head starts to bevel, and it starts to right in through here. I'd say like the corner of the hairline is where you want to start this. Alright, and you want to do that throughout the whole back and both sides. And what's going to happen is it's going to, you know, be disconnected, but that's when you cut the hair on top where it actually really somewhat works into itself. So let's start with the trimming on the sides here and the buzzing, and then we'll go around the sides and the back. Alright, so I'm going to start with probably, I'd say, a number, this is probably a number, you could do a 3 just to feel comfortable. Because, you know, you don't want this to be super short, because the shorter it is, the more obvious it's going to be. Alright, and sometimes, especially if you're a corporate guy, you don't want it to be too obvious. Alright, so that's where you want to start with something a little bit longer. So what I'm doing now is I'm just working up the head shape, and I'm basically working right up to where I section this off. Okay, and when you're using clippers, a great way to help get rid of, say, longer hair is you can actually just push the comb down on it, and that really helps as far as getting, you know, the hair cut and getting it done a little more efficiently. So the comb can actually help you as far as being another tool by just simply pushing down like this and working the clippers up. All right. So I'm just going to continue to do this throughout this side. Then I'm going to work my way in through the back, following the same pattern. And as you can see here, you know, of course it's got a light on it, but, you know, it's not super, you know, as obvious like this, see? So it kind of works itself in, and it's not so harsh. If I use like a 1 or a 0 or something like that, it would be really dramatic. So let's continue to work this pattern throughout the back and the sides, and then we'll come back and see where we're at. Alright, so now you've got the disconnection in place under here, and now what you need to do is establish how long you want the sides to be, and when you spike this up, how long you want it. Do you want it, you know, here? Do you want it up here? So the longer you leave this, the higher it's going to go up here, okay? Because this will travel up this way. So if you cut it right up to here, it's not going to really go too far. It's going to be relatively short like this. So as far as the trends go, I do see it so where the look is probably about right here. I'd say halfway up. So what you want to do is you want to take a section coming straight down like this. Alright, and again, the top here or the front is usually a little bit longer. Just keep that in mind. And also in the middle, usually it's a little bit longer. Alright, so what you want to do, and you can go in just like this with your shear, is we'll cut this about halfway. Alright, you're not putting the shear on the scalp because you'll cut a line into the scalp. But what I'm doing is I'm just kind of working this downwards this way. Alright, creating an angle like that. Alright, then take your next section and again bring it down this way. And just do the same thing, okay? You're following right underneath like that. There's the guide, and just follow straight down this way. Now when you comb this all down this, you can see what's happening is the hair, there's really not much hair, because that automatically creates a longer section right through here because you're over directing. Alright, now what's going to happen is, as you can see, we've got the established length right in through here of where I want it. Okay, so I'm going to continue to do this throughout the back and then the other side, and then we'll actually work in towards the front here and work this shorter hair into the middle. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start to work our length on the top in, and you want to pretty much, again, match it up with what you cut down through here, because you'll have a little bit of a guide underneath here. Alright, so let us continue to work combing it straight up this way. Alright, and working towards the front of the head. Now, you want to slightly over direct back a little bit, all right? And what that is going to do is, let me just turn the head this way, it's going to leave it longer towards the front area, okay? And depending on what kind of haircut you've had before, maybe some of the work has been done for you already, that it already is a little bit longer, so you're just kind of trimming it up like this, all right? Now, what you've done is you've actually, you know, worked this in because this is already shorter, and by combing it straight up like this, it's already rounded already. It's already kind of blended in, okay? You just want to go in through the corners here. If there are any pieces that need to be cut, like on this side, from the previous haircut, this was a lot longer on this one side here for a specific reason. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of blending it all in and just kind of connecting it, okay? So as you can see what's happening here, we're getting that look that we're looking for, so that it goes from a little bit shorter like here into the longer part right in through here, all right? So I'm just gonna do that on this side as well, just to make sure everything is balanced. It's exactly where I want it. And you can also comb it straight up this way, all right, and cut towards the face, which would leave this longer as well. This is also a great way to check the balance. So I'm just coming in like this, combing it towards the middle this way, and cutting it straight down this way. All right, so let's finish this throughout the whole top. And you have to be, you know, again, you have to be aggressive with this because this is basically, you know, your creation. You want to really take charge of it. All right, let's turn the head again this way. All right, now what I'm going to do is, if you want to take this a little bit shorter into here, then all you need to do is just come around this way and then cut the corners like that. All right, because that will continue to keep it shorter into here. So again, bring it down this way, and then you'll be able to see this longer part here, which is the corner. And then if it's too long for you, then get rid of it, okay? Which I'm doing that here just because I do want it a little bit shorter right through here. So this way it does kind of work in a little bit more, a little better for me, all right? And then if you want, you can then take the comb simply and comb this down towards you, like that, all right? I'm combing towards me because, again, remember, that'll blend it in. So you're cutting this, all the hair down to this one shorter piece, which will create a natural blend going this way, all right? So I'm gonna do that on this side, and then we'll blow dry it, and then we'll do some dry cutting and texturizing, and we'll be ready to style it. All right, so I just wanna show you guys where we're at with the whole thing. This is what the front should look like. You can bring this down and pretty much cut it straight across, or in a little bit, you know, chip into it a little bit. You can texturize this, make it, you know, a little bit shorter in certain areas just to give it a little more of a nicer flow. And I'm just going to spin this around. Now again, this is on a mannequin head, so it's got different growth patterns. You know, the hair is a little more sparse as far as the growth pattern, but I try to get this as accurate as I could on this type of head. So on a real person, it definitely would come out a little bit differently and maybe a little more precise. You could even go in and edge in a line if you want to be really kind of creative and edgy, but that's up to you guys. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to blow dry it, and the way I'm going to blow dry it is just simply just using my hands and working it up and blow drying this all up in the front. Alright, now I'm ready to style it, and I'm using the Tea Tree Shaping Cream, which is a great paste. I use this on almost all my videos. You know, it's not really cream, it is an actual paste. You know, it's not too tacky or too sticky, but it works great. Alright, so I'm using about that much product, take a couple swipes through the product, work it through your hands like this. And now here's where you really got to get aggressive. You really want to work the product in and really saturate the hair with this stuff. This is paste. What it does is it works really well on dry hair. All right, this is why it's designed. This is what it's designed to do. It's designed to really work in on dry hair because the way it adheres to it adheres to the head, okay, and the hair. So as you can see here, you know, it's creating a much nicer style like this, and you can just kind of really enhance and accentuate the part. You can also push this down a little more forward like this, and then spike it up that way, okay? And then let's take a look at what it looks like in the front. All right, I think that looks awesome. You can then piece this in towards the middle like this if you want to. All right, now if you want, you can take your shears, and one of my favorite techniques if you feel you want a little more texture, just go in like this and point cut into the whole thing like that. Just with the tips of your shears, don't go too far down. What you're doing is you're just closing and pulling on the way up like that. Close on the way up this way. And you're just chipping into it, and it's creating some texture. It's creating a little more softness to it and a little more edginess to it, which will allow you to, it'll show off in the haircut as well. So just do a couple, do a little more of these chips into the hair, just like that. And then you'll be able to, you might get some hair that comes out, obviously, when you shape it. But I think this is pretty much it. This is an awesome style. I think it's definitely something that a lot of guys are doing now. And as you can see, it doesn't look too short. And it, even though it's disconnected, it's not too dramatic or too drastic. So I think this came out really awesome. Well guys, thanks so much for watching this tutorial, and I really hope it helped you out a lot. It's a really great haircut, and try it out and definitely feel confident in doing it. So thank you so much. Please like the video. It means a lot to me. Don't forget to subscribe, share this if you can, and leave some comments. I love to hear feedback from you guys. So thank you all, and I'll see you guys next time for more tutorials with the Salon Guy.